Oh hey, what's up? It's Jeffrey Lynn. Welcome back to my channel where I'm documenting my journey with 3 chronic illnesses, eczema, asthma, and allergies. And today we're going to talk about the proper way for bathing with eczema so that you get enough moisture, so that you wash off all the bacteria and the viruses and the dirt and the chemicals on your skin, and so that when you get into the bath, it doesn't irritate your skin and is actually very therapeutic. So I'm going to show you my secret sauce for doing that. And actually for 10 years, I couldn't even touch water. My eczema was so severe that even a drop of water, like from rain or even brushing my teeth, the water was like acid, and it will just cause inflammation and swelling and leaking of my skin instantly. But with what I'm about to show you in this video, I was able to get in the bath and start cleaning myself and helping my skin heal. So roll the intro and I'll see you guys on the other side. As I'm sure you know, bathing is a crucial part of skincare for those of us with eczema and just anybody with dry skin in general. And it's not just moisturizing the skin, but that is the most important part. Bathing allows you to clean your wounds, and for those of us with full body eczema, whether if it's the dry eczema or the wet eczema, which I've had both, you have wounds covering head to toe, and you have to clean those wounds to get the bacteria and the viruses and the dirt and even the dead skin off and dust mites off of your skin, so that it doesn't fester, it doesn't irritate the skin even more. And of course, sweat can irritate the skin too. For a good part of my life growing up, I couldn't even sweat because my skin was so damaged, but eventually it got a little bit better, and when I did sweat, it would just cause flare-ups in the skin to get even worse. So when your skin is dry, it's not just because it's lacking oil. Your skin is actually damaged and it can't hold on to the moisture that it needs. Wind, low humidity, low temperatures, and too much washing or certain soaps can make the skin dry and irritate the skin even more. But just for those of us with eczema, the constant inflammation, if you have triggers from other things, it's going to damage the skin, and the skin can't hold on to the moisture because there's cracks in it. And actually, if you have severe eczema, you should be drinking a lot more water just to hydrate yourself from the inside as well. The best way to help the skin get the moisture that it needs back is the soak and seal method, which is just soaking in a bath. Alternatively, you can do it in the shower, but that's not as effective. You really should be soaking the bath. Then you seal it with a layer of oil, which I'll talk about, and then you seal it with other medications that you're supposed to use, topical ointments. And the last step of sealing is using creams like Vani cream. So the first step is take a bath instead of a shower, and use lukewarm water because hot water does irritate the skin, and also because eczema, you're already having inflammation under the skin, so you're already burning up. Any heat from hot water that you add to your body is just gonna make things worse internally and on your skin. And I usually soak for at least 40 minutes just to make sure the water is getting into the skin. Our skin is so damaged from eczema that the skin doesn't take in the water and doesn't hold it all that well, so you just gotta make sure and give it more time. And sometimes I would take 2 baths a day if I need to. If the skin got dry again, I would just take another bath. The first thing I add to the bath is a cup of table salt. There's a misconception that salt would irritate the skin more because when you pour salt on a wound directly, it will hurt a lot. But actually putting salt in water would make the water softer on your skin. It'll feel more silky smooth, and it'll just be that much easier to tolerate the water instead of directly getting into the water. That's why my skin was getting so irritated and so painful to go in the waters, because I wasn't adding enough salt. The next thing I add to the bath water is 1/4 of a cup or a 1/2 cup of bleach. The bleach actually helps kill the bacteria and the viruses on your skin. And if you don't add too much bleach into the bath water, again, just 1/4 of a cup to a 1/2 cup in a standard size bathtub, it won't be damaging to your health, and it will just be therapeutic in killing off the bacteria and viruses on your skin. So you don't have to take as much or any antibiotics if you're having infections on your skin, like I did when I was crusting and yellow and leaking. But remember, avoid the face when you have bleach in the water, because the face skin is more sensitive, and only use bleach 2 to 3 times a week. If you use bleach more than 2 to 3 times a week, it will start to damage your skin. And finally, if even at the lower levels of bleach, like 1/4 of a cup, your skin still gets irritated, you can try vinegar. Vinegar also has the disinfectant properties. A lot of you, I'm sure, know about using vinegar to clean your humidifier or other things in your house. So you can add 1 cup or even 1 pint of vinegar into your bath water, and that will be a more natural way of disinfecting your skin while you're in the bath. And finally, we have my secret sauce, Robathol Oil. It's a natural cottonseed oil without any dyes or fragrances, and adding oil into the bath can help seal the moisture in the skin while you're getting out of the bath water, because our skin is cracked, as I mentioned. So as soon as you start getting out of the water and start putting out creams, at least for me, I could never put on the creams and seal my skin fast enough, because my skin was so damaged that it would just start evaporating, and by the time I got all the creams on, my skin was dry again and already damaged. But being able to stick to the skin better is one of the benefits of using Robathol oil versus some of the other ones that you normally see. Some of the benefits of Robathol oil are it doesn't have dyes, it doesn't have fragrances, it doesn't have lanolin, it doesn't have parabens, it doesn't have formaldehyde, and it doesn't have any mineral oil, and it's gluten-free. You can actually use this in the shower as well, or in the bathtub. If you're using a sponge bath, which I had to do for a while, you can use Robathol oil too, and it disperses very well in water, so it'll really get into the water and help to protect your skin. So there are only 2 things that you want to be careful with when using Robathol. Try not to get any in the eyes, because it does burn. When it dries in the tub, it does get sticky, so just gotta clean it better, or you gotta rinse it a couple times. But it is definitely worth it to go through some extra trouble and make sure your skin is feeling great in the bath and after the bath. Baths are the best because you're completely submerged in water, so every part of your skin is constantly getting the moisture that it needs. It's just drinking up the water. Whereas if you're taking a shower, the shower head isn't gonna get water to every part of your body. It's either the back or the front or the side, however you turn. So if your skin is really damaged, the side that's not getting the water is gonna dry up even when you're in the shower. And the shower water is just running over your skin, so it doesn't give damaged skin enough time to suck and get all the water that it needs. So soaking is the most effective way when you have very severe eczema and your skin's really damaged. If you just have dry skin, or it's not that bad and showering works for you, great. After bathing, you want to pat your skin dry so that there's no rubbing of the towel to damage your already very sensitive skin. And you don't want to pat it too dry, because you want to have enough moisture for the creams to seal in. One trick that I do is I don't get out of the tub all at once. I do it body part by body part so that I can dry it and seal it quickly enough, because my skin is so damaged and my eczema is so severe. Within seconds, my skin is going to get dried up if I don't put on my topical ointments and seal it with creams like CeraVe. So I need to do it super fast. If I take my whole body out of the water, then I have to try to put the creams on and the ointments on my whole body within like 30 seconds or less, or my skin's going to start cracking and I'm going to start itching and I'm going to start flaring. So doing it body part by body part just gives me a lot more time. Like I can sit here and put ointments on my arms slowly and seal it without trying to rush, and then I could work on my upper body, and then I can slowly get out and keep my legs in the water and get my upper torso all done. Then I would go on and work on each leg at a time. All right guys, that's it. Nice and clean and silky smooth. Next time I'll talk about how to do an eczema shower if you really can't get into a bathtub, but really the bath is the best option. So remember to subscribe, and if you have questions or comments about the salt, bleach, Robathol bath I just showed you here, you can leave it in the comments below. If you'd rather keep it private, you can also hit me up on Instagram at JeffreyLynLA or on Facebook. The links are in the description below. That's it guys, see ya.